Good afternoon, everybody. We have just dug over a new patch in our garden. This used to be Jerusalem artichoke, but it was very weedy. The soil was very poor. So we had some pumpkins left over. We didn't have space for them. So we are putting pumpkins in, and we will be putting in some climbing beans as well. Magda's just made these wigwams, and the two should go together well. Next year we're thinking of trying the Three Sisters method with corn as well. It seems to be very good for the soil. But this year no corn, just pumpkins and beans. So we're happy to have this extra space. Just swinging around, we've got the Jerusalem artichoke here, but as you can see there's quite a lot of grass amongst it, so we will dig this up next year and we will add 2 more raised beds, and then we'll keep some Jerusalem artichoke right at the end where the soil seems to be better. It's a very good plant to have. You can use it in winter. Very good for soups and stores well. So just moving around the vegetable garden, we planted these strawberries this year. They seem to be doing quite well. Got to keep them weeded. We've got the dill, which the slugs, we've had really bad problems with slugs this year. Magda's literally picking, I think one night, what was the most slugs you had one night? 200. Yeah. 200 slugs in one evening, and they were really going for this dill, so she did a good job in protecting it. But we get a real slug problem now. Nasturtiums, cucumbers. People have had problems with the cucumbers this year, but ours are looking good. And we've got some peppers here. In this raised bed we've got beetroot and Swiss chard. In this raised bed we've got dwarf beans, which are looking good. Just swinging around, we had some rucola that bolted, so we're going to keep this for seed, and the flowers are good for pollinators. This lovage, there's 2 here. These were actually from last year. We forgot about them, but looking fantastic. Great in soups. A few carrots. A lot more cucumbers here. Again, the slugs were at these, so we're very happy to have them. In this raised bed we've got kale. We have got, well, in each raised bed we plant marigold as an insect deterrent. And we've got some more dwarf beans here. These onions we bought, planted them quite early. The soil here wasn't particularly good, but we've been adding chicken compost, well, chicken manure compost. It had dried hay on it. It's now looking dark, which is a good sign. Let's Fifi the whippet. In this bed we've got runner beans, and we had some potatoes growing, so we've left these, and that companion part planting seems to be doing okay. These potatoes looking very good. I think probably they're benefiting from the nitrogen that the beans bring into the soil. Here we've got, this bed is pumpkin, isn't it? Or is it zucchini? Both? Yeah, so we've got...
The big one is zucchini, the first one is zucchini.
Yeah.
And the one closer to raspberries.
And the one on the back is pumpkin, yeah.
It's a mix, and on the left, the small zucchini.
Yeah. So, got some flowers, which is a good sign.
It's got 3 babies.
And then we actually planted six Jerusalem artichoke. No, sorry, 6 globe artichoke. We bought these over the internet. I really like to eat artichoke in the summer. And apparently in the first year you do get a few. We're very happy that all 6 survived because, again, the slugs were at them. And this is actually a new long raised bed. We had some wood left over, so it's been very useful. We just filled it with old hay over the winter, well, before the winter started. That broke down well. Added chicken manure and compost. So we've got some sunflowers. These are all like small sunflowers. And again, what's in here? Is it pumpkin?
Pumpkin and zucchini.
And pumpkin and zucchini. So we're going to have a lot of those, I think.
Sunflowers in the middle.
Yeah. But very happy with the way this has turned out, and I really...
This could be your 3 sisters as well, because the beans could climb the sunflowers.
Yeah, true. Alright, just having a quick look at the orchard. We've got the blueberries, American blueberries. Probably our best fruit on the property. We've had these bushes for quite a long time. How old do you think these bushes are now?
5 years.
5 years, yeah. We always get a good crop off them. Then stretching back the currants, we've got a quince here, and then these are all fairly new fruit trees. Just looking back down there, some more currants. This gets very tall grass, so I have to trim it quite regularly. Those 3 trees over there are Hungarian plum. Then our bonfire area. This is ognisko in Polish. We had a bonfire last Sunday. Luckily it didn't rain. Cooked what is called kociołek in Polish, which is like a hunter's stew. You have a big cast iron pot. You line it with cabbage leaves, you add meat, potatoes, onion. You cover it with cabbage leaves at the top. Put on the lid, leave it to cook for about 2 hours, and you get a delicious stew. And then here is like our young orchard. I think these are a mixture of apple and plum trees. None of them died, which is good. Got a bit of a problem here because this is a oak which we planted, and this is another oak. And the problem is these are going to get too big. They'll shade the fruit trees too much, so at some point I'm going to have to either cut them down or transplant them, which is going to be a big job with the trees this size. In the far distance we've got our field, which I was strumming in today. Problem is we have no ruminants, so every year I have to cut the grass, and quite often there's like young trees coming up as well, so if I leave it, this will turn back into a wood again. So it is a big job. I really am thinking about getting some fencing putting in some fencing around the borders of the property. Like our border runs next to that potato field, carries right up through that wood and then circles around at the top. So putting in some fencing and having sheep to keep the grass down. This structure here, I built this last year. I get a lot of leaves from the trees here, and rather than waste them, I'm actually making leaf litter. That actually, well, when I filled it up, it was full to the top, so it really does sink down. We got a second one up there. This is a young deren in Polish. In fact, we got a few. This is another one, and two more there. Deren, I'll have to check what it is. I'll put it in the description below. What it is in English, I've forgotten. But it's interesting fruit. We went to an arboretum, I think a couple of years ago, that has the oldest deren in Poland, and this is where we bought them. In our meadow we get quite a lot of alpine strawberries, so we had a very good crop this year, and lucky they like to spread on the property. Alright, so that was a quick review. We've had quite a rainy summer. We're expecting more rain tomorrow, so it's good to be able to get some things done today. Okay, bye.